natural gas in abundance and we're having issue. Remember the CNG, even the LPG, even the cooking gas. You see the way we're actually suffering for those things, and we have it in abundance. It's a sad reality. The country that does not even have it are enjoying it more than us. I think it's about leadership and leadership disposition. So I think government should unbundle that area the more. Maybe government should bring much more private sector and give them incentive in terms of the entrance to some of those sectors. The licensing, the process is very hard. Maybe government should make it much more simpler, much more easy, incentivize it. I think maybe Nigerians will come and invest in that because it's not a rocket science anymore. It's I was in worry. I saw other private sector beyond NNPC doing well. So if you actually incentivize that area, encourage people will actually invest in that area. So I think it's about policy framework and policy decision.
Let's go to technology and innovation. One of the best things that have happened to Nigeria and we're similarly doing well with is the fintech situation, and of course our creative economy as well. Nigerian musicians, actors, doing so well. Nigerian entertainment industry is doing so well out there. How do you think that these two things, the fintech, how well can they play a very, very big role in helping us? Now, I don't think that they might be able to, what's the word, knock off oil as a major contender for revenue generation. But I believe that they could do so much better as well. So how do you think that could translate to more for us as a country?
Right. So I think fintech is taking the proper shape because if you look at our banking system has actually changed over time. If you look at our banking also, people are getting what they actually expected. You can see online banking is actually booming. The forward banking are also key into the online system of banking. I can tell you that even most banks outside Nigeria are looking for Nigerians to actually work for them in that area. So I think fintech has come to stay, but we need to devolutionalize it more into other areas. Fintech can also, tech as it were, can also be in oil and gas. Supply chain also need technology. So we need to open door and encourage people in that area. So technology can be in every sector. It depends on how we actually put it there. You can do, we call it fixed party logistics in logistics. Fixed party logistics will help you to do it without, very seamless, without you even touching anything. So depends on how you handle it. So fintech is doing well and is giving people much more, employment as expected. We only need to do more in other sector. Nigerians are ready once that area. You recall that even fintech does not just come overnight. I should salute the president, Muhammadu Buhari government. I recall that there was a different hub that was created during that period, and Osibajo was actually taking the lead, going from one place to the other. It has shown results to an extent. So if you have more intention in other area too, we would have also get it right to an extent.
All right, you mentioned private sector just a while back, and help us understand the role that they could play, apart from just investing and maybe the government opening things up for them to come in. But they're a major part of this country. They're employers of labor as well. So how can the private sector help out with the diversification plan and desire of Nigeria?
Right. So the every private sector, either foreign or local, is looking at investment and profit maximizing opportunity. So and when you're looking for profit maximizing opportunity, you have to look at government disposition to it. So private sector will first and foremost be looking for a secured environment. I will be also looking for an enabling environment. So private sectors are ready, but the thing is that government have to do their own part as well. For instance, as a private sector who want to invest, I'll be looking at my NPR. Can I get capital? And if I get capital, what's the cost of capital that I want to actually get? These are the things I will have to look at critically and make do with it. So private sector, I think they are ever ready. It's just for government to change their focus. Now, for instance, government has actually unbundled electricity. But have you noticed that no private sector have actually gone there? Simply because government has not incentivized it and creates an enabling environment. For instance, those states only get their own, commission to manage. They've not actually kickstart. So states have to kickstart. The investor will come in and actually invest. So government must incentivize those things for people to actually invest in those areas.
Okay, let's talk about policies. You've mentioned policy changes. Can you give us specifics? Maybe the government is watching, listen, and you could take a hint from the ideas that you would speak on, but specific policies that you think that would actually help Nigeria move into the trillion-dollar economy, one, and of course away from oil being our major revenue generator.
Right. So first and foremost, I think if you ask me about policy, I would like to go back to different governments. I'll first go to Olusegun Obasanjo policy direction. Olusegun Obasanjo have policy what we call NEEDS, National Economic Empowerment Development Strategy, that resonate between the federal government, the states, and the local government. We have not seen such, whereby government will say our direction is on agriculture, and federal government will be doing a part on agriculture, states will be doing their part, and also local government will be doing their part. And you know that it's an opportunity for APC now, because they have opportunity, they have the majority of the governors now. So they should have a framework or policy direction that will make every of them invest more. Remember, they are getting more money. It's not like before that they share 600 billion. Now they are sharing about 2.3 trillion. That some of them even get over 50 billion, in some months. So they need to do more into policy direction. The another thing is that government also needs to come up with some policy. Let me tell you some policies that worked during Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari was able to do anchor borrower and through NISA. You remember that period, most Nigerians consume local rice, and they got it to like at least 85% of Nigerians are like Nigeria is self-sufficient. But now it has changed. Some of those things are being imported. Remember during Jonathan also, Adesina, the Minister of Agriculture then, also make sure that fertilizer get to people directly, not that through third party, and it reduces the price. It makes agriculture to boom. But now those areas are not booming anymore. They are not doing fine anymore. So these are the things we must start looking at. So government should sit down and do a bottom-up policy, not top to bottom, where somebody will be in an AC and determine how things actually work. They should go to the grassroots, ask them what will make them work, local government by local government, and provide solutions so that we can actually have a robust economic policy and decision that could be actually that will help Nigeria to develop as expected.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Ali Elias, for your contributions on our conversation this morning.
Thank you for having me. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria, indeed. Yes, actually, yes, God bless Nigeria. And earlier while he was speaking, he actually corroborated the takes and opinions of Professor Ken Ife from yesterday, saying that Nigeria should leave OPEC. So the question is, should Nigeria actually leave OPEC? Would that really benefit us as a country? Maybe they had some good reasons to. They said we could sell oil to the refineries, local refineries here at a cheaper rate, and which in turn would bring about cheaper fuel for Nigerians. Because as we see, when the price of crude oil goes down, the Dangote refinery actually brings its price down. So maybe that's a very good idea in itself. But then there's so many ways that Nigeria could diversify away from oil, agriculture, manufacturing, mining, creative industry.